Hi guys, it's Nancy, and this is my After Stamp Wars 30 follow-up video. You guys, if you missed it, we had GinaK. Like, bucket list, check, GinaK. And we got the Radiant Roses bundle. Now this bundle, as a bundle, is sold out, but you can buy each individual item. So we got the high quality photopolymer stamps. And you can see here it has the solid areas and the outline areas. You have some sentiments here. So very grateful. A birthday wish for you, thankful for you, and then some smaller roses and leaves. And then we also got the 5x7 embossing folder. You can see here. We got the stencils, and these layering stencils, look guys, they coordinate perfectly with the stamps and the embossing folder. We got the dies, and then we got the polyglaze foiling sheets. Now, as an extra, GinaK also sent us the polyglaze Radiant Roses words and the dies. So these dies will not only cut out the words, but they will also cut out the stamped sentiments as well. So I just thought we would play around. Please check out the videos from the rest of my team if you didn't see Stamp Wars. There's a lot of inspiration there. GinaK played along with us. We had some fun sabotages. I'll put the link down below for you guys. And make sure you follow up with T, Tracy, and Chow. They have also done follow-up videos. If you comment on all the videos, we have giveaways. Now, Tracy and I are giving away this whole bundle. So everything that you see here, everything that GinaK sent to us, I have one to give away and Tracy has one to give away. So make sure you follow all of us on YouTube. And let's just get to playing here. I have not played with this set yet. It's been very busy for me at work. But I wanted to get this video done so that you guys could comment and have a chance to win it. So stay tuned. I'll think of a question while we're playing here. So I wanted to start with some of the polyglaze foiling sheets. So I have my mink set up to 3. You can only buy this pink mink at Pink and Main. But let's start with that, and then we will die cut them. I think actually we will do the sentiments and if I can get one out, the foiling sheets. Okay, so polyglaze is a little different. It is not toner. It's almost like a clear ink. And this is great if you are somebody who struggles with black spots on your foiling because there's no black that shows through. It's a very good price point if you're somebody who does not want to invest in a laser printer. And GinaK has all these different designs, and I'll put the link down below. Here are the sentiments. And again, remember, these sentiments will not only work with the polyglaze sheets, but they will also work with the stamp set. So, you can purchase any of these items individually from GinaK. Whatever you are into. Maybe you aren't into foiling. Maybe you aren't into stamping. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so here you can see this one is right there. This one is here. And this one is here. So the 3 dies will cut out those sentiments. So first thing I want to do is I want to foil this sheet. So I have some fancy foil GinaK in Radiant Red. I think that would look nice. I can pull a sheet out. These already come cut in sheets if you like to foil that way. And you just have to be careful because sometimes there's more than one stuck on there. And I'm going to do this whole sheet in this color foil. Now, before we foil this, you actually don't even need to worry about dusty because it's clear. There's no black to show through, and that's why we do dusty. So you don't need to do that. We're just going to put our foil pretty side up on top of our sentiments. And we're going to feed that through. This is a special mink carrier sheet. folded side is going to go through the opening of your mink machine. Now, if you don't have a mink machine and you're using a laminator, you may want to let your laminator heat up for about 30 minutes before you do any foiling with it. Okay, and I'm going to grab one of these Polyglaze foiling sheets with the Radiant Roses. Okay, and same thing, I have the other piece of red foil here. Now there is some green on here and there's some red. I do have some green GinaK foil. We have this glittering green and I have some small pieces here. Now you can use any kind of toner foil, not hot foil, toner foil. Okay, so on this one, probably should die cut it first and then foil it. I'm just going to cut out the pieces that I want. Let's do this. And then I can die cut it later. So I have some green here. So I have my Polyglaze sheet. I'm putting the green foil on top of the green leaf. You guys probably can't see too much of that. Okay, and then I'm going to put the red, little piece of this red right over that rose. And it's the same thing for this piece. And this is why you want to save your little scraps, because they come in handy for doing these kinds of things. And you want to let it cool down before you reveal it. Okay, so we're going to have two different colors foiled here. All right, and while that is foiling, let's make our background. I really liked the embossing folder effect with the layered stencils, so let's play with those. Now Tracy showed us how to do this during Stamp Wars. I'm done foiling, so I can put that away. And what I'm going to do here is just, this is a regular embossing folder. This is going to press up. So I'm just going to line this. This is GinaK layering weight cardstock, by the way. And that fits pretty much perfectly in there. And I have it cut to 5.5 by 4 1/4. But you can do an A2 size. You can do a 5 by 7. I'm going to run this through my Gemini Junior real quick. I think is just the two plates, top plate and bottom plate. Beautiful embossing folder. I'm going to leave that like that. Maybe we'll do a little bit of light stenciling on it. We'll wait and see. Okay, put that aside. We'll cut that down in a moment. Let's look at all of our foiling elements here. And we'll do some die cutting and stacking here, and we'll make a quick and easy card. Okay, so this is our Polyglaze Sentiments, beautifully foiled. So we will cut a couple of those out. I think that's the difference with this Polyglaze, is because it's not a toner, you can get these really fine elements to foil. So it's kind of neat. Because with toner, it would be really hard to get the foil to stick if the lines are too thin. Okay, let's cut these guys. And then we'll die cut the roses. Next. Okay, so let's take a look at them. Beautiful red and greens. Lots of sparkle in that GinaK foil. Okay, so we have our sentiments. We have our embossing folder. And they say, thankful for you, a birthday wish for you, and so grateful for you. So you get 3 different sentiments, good for anything, any kind of occasion you might need it for. Put that there. All right, let's die cut out some of these roses. And again, the embossing folder, the Polyglaze, the sentiments, you guys are going to get all of this. So let's think of a question. All right, so what I want to know is, this was Stamp Wars 30, and by far our biggest Stamp Wars so far. We do take a little break in June and July. But we started Stamp Wars to really highlight smaller companies that you may not have heard of. Obviously, I think most people have heard of GinaK. She's been around a long time. I call her the godmother of YouTube stamping TV. But I want to know, do you guys enjoy that we brought a bigger name in? Or do you like that we highlight, most of the time, smaller, lesser-known companies? And if there's a company you would like to see on Stamp Wars, put it in the comments down below so I can reach out to them. We've had some wonderful companies. Obviously, we have had Catherine Pooler. We have had Crafty Critta, Spellbinders, Stampers Anonymous, Inky Antics. Who else have we had? So many companies. Stampscapes. We did mixed media with the gel press. We did, I can't even think. I mean, it's been 30 of them, so a lot. Blue Knight rubber stamps, Local King rubber stamps, kitchen sink stamps. There's one. You know, I probably should have stenciled these before I cut them out. Let me stencil the other ones before we cut them out, because it's going to move if they are cut out. So let's bring this set in. Let's bring the stencil in. And let's add a little bit of color to these guys before I cut them out. Probably should have done that first. Okay, so this has the flowers on one and then the greenery on another. You could certainly stencil the embossing folder on its own. Look at that, it lines up perfectly. You can stencil these elements. Again, lines up perfectly. Let's do this. I'm going to do a light pink. I know my outline is red, but I want to do a light pink. A little bit darker in the center there. Pretty. So here's what it looks like just foiled, which it looks great. And of course you can color this with color pencils or markers, whatever you have in your arsenal. But here's with the stencil. It just makes it so easy to add that pretty color. Now, I don't need to stencil it. I can color the whole thing. But the stencil protects those foiled lines a little bit. See how it covers that up? Okay, so we have those two. I'll cut that one out. Let's do our leaves real quick. And again, I can line this up on here. I know you guys can't see it, but let me try to line this up. Same thing, the stencil fits right into those embossed lines from the embossing folder. Look at that. Perfect. I don't like to color, so this makes my day. This makes me very happy. I am not a fond person of coloring. I just love how easy everything coordinates. And so we don't mix up our inks. We have a different stencil, which again lines up perfectly with the embossing folder. And this is why GinaK has been around and so successful, because she thinks of all this when she puts a product out. I mean, obviously, first and foremost, she's a crafter, right? She's a creative person. So when she puts these products out for us as consumers, She's tried it. She's tested it. She wants to know, hey, how is this going to work the best? She demonstrates everything on her channel and her Facebook page. So if you're unsure, make sure you follow her because she puts out so many ideas, you guys. Look at how easy that is. I mean, that's pretty much a card right there. We can slap a sentiment on that and be done. Okay, now let's do our leaves. Look at how easy that stencil lines up. So color it before you cut it. Oh, it's just a little bit further apart. We'll do this one first. And we'll line this one up. There's just a little bit of movement there. No big deal. Okay. So we'll die cut that. Yeah, die cut that. I'm not going heavy with the color here, very light-handed. But color it before you die cut it. You guys, I always lose something. Where'd that go? Stuck on the bottom of the stencil. Okay, let's cut these guys out. Okay. Was going to make one card, you guys, but I think I have enough elements here that we can throw together 2 cards. Because we have our foiled and die cut roses, we have plenty of sentiments, and we have our background there that has been stenciled, embossing folder and stencil. So let's do 2 cards. In true GinaK style, I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to grab some black paper for us to mat everything. So we're going to cut this panel down to 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to have our background piece to 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then one more cut down to 5 by 3 3/4. Two card bases I can bring in. Oh yeah, we can easily make this 2 cards. Uh-oh, cut that one a little short. We'll just cut the card down a little bit. Shh, nobody tell. So again, if you want a chance at winning a prize, comment, watch all of our videos, comment. They are After Stamp Wars videos. I will be giving away this whole bundle, as well as Tracy Schultz on her channel. Tracy Fear, I believe, she's of Not Afraid of Color. Her channel, I think, is giving away the stamps and dies. And I don't know what child's giving away, but she has a giveaway as well. So you want to check them all out. Look how easy that is. That is the embossing folder. It is raised and stenciled. Got my little piece of foiling in there. Very easy. I will put some sequins on there. And then this one, this panel is a little smaller. It's 5 by 3 3/4. Look at how fun that was, just adding some of those foiled elements. And again, we used, I didn't do any stamping or coloring, you guys, which was super easy for me. So we used the Radiant Roses layering stencils. We used that with the Radiant Roses embossing folder. And again, that's a 5 by 7 embossing folder for that card. We used some GinaK layering weight on the background here. I love this paper. If you're looking for a good paper to hot foil on, try this paper. It works really well. We use the GinaK Radiant Roses die set to cut out the roses. We also use the Radiant Roses Greetings sentiment dies to cut out the sentiments. And then we also use the Polyglaze foiling sheets for the sentiments. We use the Polyglaze foiling sheets for the Radiant Roses. And we used some fancy foils. So we used Glittering Green and Radiant Red fancy foils. So everything you are going to get except for the foils and the layering weight paper. The only thing I did not use was the stamp set. So pretty cool. I came up with 2 cards, did a little bit of stenciling, did a little embossing, did a lot of foiling, and I didn't have to do any stamping or coloring. Lots of fun. So again, I want to know down in the comments, I know you guys all love GinaK, but do you guys like that we brought in some big names? Do you like the smaller names? Do you like the mix? I know this was a really big shock and surprise for all of us. We appreciate GinaK. She's amazing. Like I said, I bow down to her. She is the godmother of Stamp TV. She did YouTube before YouTube was YouTube. If you have any questions about anything I use, comment down below. Everything will be linked in the description for you. If you're new to my channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on foiling. Bye.